Hey everyone, it is August Young at DocSports.com. Free baseball play for Wednesday, May 21st. We're looking at the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Guys, I'm coming off a 7-unit win last night in the NHL. Been killing the big plays, 5 straight big play 7-unit winners, and I've just broke a new all-time high on my 7-unit and higher plays. $100 per unit bettors are now up over $32,000 just betting on my biggest edge plays. Baseball has been on a killer run, almost $5,000 in profit the last 23 days. We're 3-0 on our big plays in baseball this season, and I do have a 7-unit going Wednesday at the earliest start time at 3:45 p.m. If you want my 7-unit best bet, head on over to DocSports.com if you're already a client. And if you're not a client at DocSports, you can go to DocSports.com/free 60. Get a free $60 account there, or click the link down below in the description. Now, for this one, we're looking at Arizona against the Dodgers. We got a pitching matchup here between Corbin Burnes and Dustin May. The Dodgers laying anywhere from -127 up to about -140. It's interesting, we have a sharp sportsbook like Bet Online, which has been taking some Arizona money. And then we have like squarer spots like Bovada, who are hanging a -140, juicing up that Dodger side, although they're not giving much more away on the side of Arizona. Just a margin thing there to protect themselves on the side of the Dodgers, who pretty much always get public money. Now, we obviously have Burnes, who has been better than this season than May from a strict ERA standpoint, 2.56. You look at May, his ERA is at 4.43. However, we should note that the expected ERA for May is 4.55 and it's 4.29 for Burnes. Burnes' percentile rankings aren't that great. Even though he's historically been a very good pitcher, this has pretty much been one of his worst seasons from a percentile standing metric standpoint, and his xERA is way up. Now, do I think he's lost anything? I don't. His whip is still 1.25, which is the highest it's been the last 3 seasons. But, you know, his pitch count, he's got a lot more to throw on the season. He's only thrown 740. He's only 30 years of age. Maybe start of a decline. I don't know. I wouldn't jump to any conclusions just yet. The numbers in terms of ERA are still solid. They're still following. Now, when we look at the offensive metrics for these teams, Arizona have been outstanding. We have WRC plus here, which is essentially 100 is league average, and then anything above that is the percentage above league average that you are. So the Dodgers, as we know, elite offense ranks second, 28% above league average, but Arizona, 5th, 16% above league average. They've been very good offensively. They walk more than the Dodgers, 10% to 9.9. They also strike out less, 19.4% to 21.1. The Dodgers lead them slightly when it comes to things like RBIs, batting average, on-base percentage, slugging, and weighted on-base average. But Arizona are right on their heels. Offensively, they've been very good. They've played the Dodgers tough this season. So how I see this one going, is an interesting thing. Dodgers are trying to obviously win the series at home. That usually comes with an inflated price, knowing that the public like betting the Dodgers and that the Dodgers are trying to win the series at home. We can see in database history when we have the Dodgers that are coming off a win, but then prior to that they lost, and this is the 3rd game of the series, and the next game is going into a new series. When the Dodgers are at home trying to win the series that is split 1-1, they're only 48 and 45 all time for a -11.1% return on investment. Fading them would have produced a double-digit 10.6% return on investment. So that makes sense to me. They're going to get inflated. The price is always going to get inflated in these spots. And when you look at the Dodgers all-time as home favorites, less than -140, which is almost like a bait line, the Dodgers are only winning at a 50% clip pretty much for a -9% ROI. Fading them would have produced almost a 6% return on investment. I think all that combined here, I like Arizona in this spot with Burnes on the mound, who's been a bit more proven. Like I said, the sharp money has been coming in a little bit on Arizona. FanDuel opened them at +124. They dropped down to 18. We see it's logged a steam move here. Again, I don't take too much into account with this. I don't necessarily trust this for that. I use my own information. But we got, Sportsbooker down to +110. They went to 15 and then bounced back. We're getting action on that side, and the same happened here. Bet Online, which is a sharp sports book. Anything from +115 over seems to be taking action. So you can go ahead and get that. FanDuel +118 if you have Pinnacle, +122. DraftKings are +114. That's teetering on the edge, but the consensus line, as you can see here, is +115 on the side at Arizona. That's where I would look, guys. That's what I think the value is on. So the free play will be on the Arizona Diamondbacks at plus 115. And remember, if you want my 7 unit going tonight at 3:45 p.m., you can head on over to Doc Sports and purchase it right here. You go to docsports.com, find myself the handicapper, and literally buy now is what you want to press, and that will get you in to buy the play. You can log in and buy it for just $30 right here. And if you are not a client of Doc Sports, docsports.com/free60. Get it for absolutely free as we look to move our baseball run over the $5,000 mark and continue our all-time high on the biggest edge plays. Thank you guys for watching this video. This is August Young at Doc Sports. See you guys at the window.